Welcome back, and this is the continuation of excretion. So if you didn't listen to the first part, please go to the first video and listen that first. So this region, the one with the glomerulus filtration and all that, this region, first you should know the labeling of these parts. Okay, this is the Bowman's capsule, and this is the glomerulus. The capillary is called the glomerulus, and this bulb kind of region, which is the part of the excretory system, is called the Bowman's capsule. So these two systems meet at between these and this region. Okay, so that's clear. Now the region, this one is illustrated more clearly in this diagram over here, because it's very important. So now this region is the glomerulus, and this part is the inside of the Bowman's capsule. Okay, so now the blood moves, the filtrate can move this way, the contents can move this way and this way. Now let us investigate what is there over here that we are supposed to know. First of all, we're supposed to be aware of the this lining. Okay, this lining, these are epithelial cells. These epithelial cells have these holes, okay, like these regions, and which are called podocytes. Okay, so these are the podocyte cells because of these regions. Okay, and this is it forms the capsule wall. Okay, epithelial cells form the capsule wall, and then we have this another region, this one. Okay, which if we may need a ruler for this region over here. Okay, this region is called the basement membrane. Okay, maybe we can see it just like this region is called the basement membrane. And then we have the capillary endothelium. This one, you should remember that this one is the capillary, is related to the capillary. It has got nothing to do with the Bowman's capsule. So like it's the part of the blood system. Okay, and it has these circular holes. Okay, so the blood can move this way. Now what happens is there is this blood moving over here, right? So the large particle like this blood cells, the blood cell we can see here. This is a blood cell, we can see here very clearly, red blood cell. This one is very large, so it can't move through these holes. Okay, so this remains in the blood. Now other things like for example smaller content like amino acids and glucose, urea, these all can move. But then proteins can't move too, because protein and protein molecules are considerably equal to the red blood cell. Like they are large, very large to move over here. Okay, because even there is this other region here which sort of block the movement. Okay, so it is very hard for these particles to move. So you should understand that what happens is this blood comes all over here. It comes here, it goes out here. But then when it comes inside here, it goes out here. There is this small region where it sort of some particles sort of leak inside here, like they go this way. Okay, they are taken in and they are removed. Okay, and to get a more clear picture, we should consider this part. The blood, we know it moves to the heart, right? So the blood from the heart will come here to the kidneys. Like, it must come to the kidneys once upon a time, like, you know, it comes to the kidney, it passes here and then it goes here. So when it passes here, some contents are taken in by the kidney and then they are removed by the kidney. Okay, so in that way, most of the blood, like like the blood, one time it will pass over here. It's not must that it will pass here, but then there are chances for every part of the blood to pass over here. So every part of the blood will get filtrated. So that's the filtration process. I mean, that's how this whole process happens. Okay, because the blood will come out from here, it will pass here, and then let's say it will pass here for the first time, for the second time or third time it will pass here, and then it will move. And this region is this region. Okay, it's the movement here, and the movement here is the one that takes place in the kidney. And this diagram here shows the content of the difference of the concentration between these two regions. And we can see the concentration in blood plasma, the water content is the same. The water content is the same because water can pass through easily, because the water molecules are very small. It's just H2O molecule. H2O is very small. Okay, so these are very small and they can pass easily. But then these proteins are very large, as we said. So concentration here will be more. Like here there will be more. Let's say these are the protein molecules. Okay, they can't move. They won't be moving inside here. So, but then some molecules are like these, let's say. So some will pass. So here, let's say we will have one molecule. Okay, this long one. But then these molecules won't be able to pass. So we have so many here. This so many here, and only one over here. So this is the region. There is 80 here, and there is 0.05 here. But amino acids are very small, like they are this dot kind. Okay, so they just moving. And the same goes with glucose and urea and the uric acid, creatinine, and even inorganic ion. And this is the smallest ones. So this one will be exactly equal. Now that's done with the filtration process over here. Now we will move to the glomerular water movement. Now water movement over here is very interesting. We might wonder, where does the water move and why? Okay, so why does the water move inside here? Because look, if you think about it, the concentration here, it has so much more protein. Okay, the blood here, there is so much protein, so this one will be highly concentrated, right? So if this one will be highly concentrated, water will have to move this way, right? Yeah, there will be the water movement. I mean the solute concentration gradient, right? The solute concentration gradient. So the solute concentration gradient will be this way, like the water should be moving this way, right? But then there is this another thing, there is this pressure gradient. There's so many molecules, here. Okay, so the water will be drawn from all this region to this part, and it will be pushed towards here to move this side. So this pressure gradient is more significant, so we should write it very clearly here that pressure gradient more significant. Okay, you should note this very clearly. This pressure gradient is more significant. So that's why water moves in this side. Okay, so that's about water movement. And now we will move to the next and the final part, which is the reabsorption. I think that was the ultrafiltration. Okay, I don't think, actually I'm sure that this part the region I explained here, the explanation of how this movement takes place, and the difference between the concentration and the water gradient, the pressure gradient, which makes the water move in this way. This all are part of the ultrafiltration process. And then now we'll go to the last part, which is reabsorption. So for the meanwhile, let's wait for the next video. So thank you for listening this, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for listening.